Now, Miguel, do you believe in Puerto Rican independence, statehood, or to remain the way we are right now?
Well, personally, I am for independence. I
Why so?
believe that it should, Puerto Rico should have been a free country since 1898. And you know what happened in 1988? 1998, there was a war between Spain and the United States. And the United States beat Spain. They won the war. So they occupied the island and took it as a war reparation. In Spanish, botín de guerra. And at that time, most Puerto Ricans were in favor of independence. They were fighting against Spain with Cubans. There were many Puerto Ricans in Cuba, following the doctrine of Jose Marti. They are fighting for the independence of Cuba. At the end of the war, Cuba obtained their independence, but the independence to Puerto Rico was denied by the President of the United States at that time, McKinley. McKinley was the president at that time.
What do you believe Puerto Rico would gain the most out of independence?
Excuse me?
Like, what would be the most benefits Puerto Rico would gain from independence?
Let me compare this with something. In your home, who you want to be the boss? Somebody else or you?
Me, for sure.
Huh?
Not someone else calling the shots.
We don't. In Puerto Rico, the Congress and the president have the ultimate word. So they are the boss, the owners of this island. Puerto Ricans, although we have had wars in order to get the independence, like in 1950, there was a war here. You see, our hero was Albizu Campos. He wanted to get the independence by using the force, guns, but he was beaten. So he spent many years in jail in Atlanta because he wanted to get the independence. So Puerto Ricans, in most occasions, they have favored independence. But the United States, you know what was the answer of the president?
What was the answer?
McKinley in 1898 in the Treaty of Paris. No Puerto Ricans were there. No Puerto Ricans were represented. Only the United States and Spain. Yeah, that is called the Treaty of Paris, France. He said, we have planned, I'm sorry for you guys. You are very nice people. You have beautiful women, but we have a special interest for Puerto Rico because you are going to be the key of the Panama Canal. At that time, France, who was the country that were developing, constructing the Panama Canal, he had to leave and they sold it to the United States. So the United States, the plans of President at that time McKinley and the Congress was to finish the construction of the Panama Canal, and they offered Puerto Rico because we are going to be the key of the Panama Canal. So that was the answer by, at that time, McKinley. But you know what happened later? In 1917, where most Puerto Ricans were in favor of independence. You know what the president at that time, Woodrow Wilson, said?
What did he say?
He said, no, guys, you are very nice people, you have beautiful women, you have a beautiful island, but we need you because we are now engaged in the First World War. So we want you to be soldiers, to defend our country. We need men to go to New York, Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, other cities, because we need young men to replace our young men that are being sent to Europe to play the German, to fight the Germans. So at that time they said the same thing. You are the key of the Panama Canal. You are very important for us, but we are going to give you a present, a gift. You know what was the gift?
What was the gift?
He said, well, from now on, from 1970, you will be citizens of the United States. We are going to grant you the citizenship. At that time, in 1917, the Congress, the government of the United States passed a law that they didn't want more Asians in California. See, Chinese, So we need people from Puerto Rico to move to the United States and do the work that our men, our young men, would have done if they didn't go to Europe to to fight the Germans. So they have always have a reason not to give independence to Puerto Rico. But now we are in trouble because we have a big debt, public debt, a debt that we are not able to pay. And all those millions of dollars that come here from Washington, you know where they end up? In Wall Street. So that's why I favor of independence.